What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Atlanta Unplugged. I'm your host, Steve Paul, and we have another banger today coming straight to you. But before we get to our guest, make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell so we can continue to bring this dope content from Atlanta Unplugged to you. Guess what, y'all? Got right here somebody that's making trailblazing through the hood for real. My man, young Juan, what's happening?
Yes, sir. What's up, man? Thank you for having me, man, all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate you being here. We just had a performance from you. You performed 3 tracks of yours, and man, they phenomenal. They hot. They heat, man. I personally call them trap R&B. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I call it.
I appreciate that, man. And yeah, I've said that about my music a lot too, man. That just like it's a mixture of that R&B and like that trap too. And I like that I like that I've been blessed to be able to do all types of music and give a mixture and not be labeled to one thing. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. I mean, and you seamless with it. You know what I mean? To be able to switch up from singing to rapping, and you're and the thing about it too is that you pay homage and you pay respect, you know what I mean, to those that came before you and everything in the 90s era. You know what I mean, you bring that back, you know what I'm saying, and we get that feeling, but it's still in today's time. That's what makes it like just perfect.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think that honestly for me that comes from growing up on that old school music. Like I got my grandmother over there, and her and my mama, they the ones that really got me on that old school 90s music. So I grew up on that, and then just obviously my generation growing up with that new music. If I can do it, I got the talent to be blessed with. I'm gonna just mix both together and just
right.
Do whatever comes to mind, man. Just be creative with it. You know?
Hey man, you get it, you understand it. That's why you could put it together so masterfully and everything. And shout out to grandmas and moms and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
putting them on some good music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So do you do the music? Is it all you? Do you write all of the music and everything like that?
Yeah, I've written all of my songs that I've done thus far. Yeah. I've written each and every song, and the crazy thing about that is, before I started writing, I didn't think I could write. I was just like, I want to, but I never really thought I could. And my manager, he hit my mom and was like, "Hey, is your son interested in doing music?" And yeah, she was like, "Yeah." And he hit me up. It was like, "Have you ever written before?" I'm like, "Nah, I'll be trying, but I'm just not too good at it." He was like, "Just take your time and write one song. You write one song that you think you really like, I'll take it to the studio and we'll get it done." So I'm like, all right. And I just tried it, and that's when I came out with Fiendin'.
So
no, it wasn't Fiendin'. It was One More Time. It was an old song. And he took me to the studio, and then we've been rocking since then, and that was like 3 years ago. Okay.
So were you singing already, and then you were encouraged and convinced to do it professionally, or is that, in what you just said, is that really the first time you really started getting into it?
Nah, yeah. I had already been singing for years. I was doing talent shows and everything, and that's really how people started noticing that that's probably what my talent was really going to be. Because when I was in school, even though I was singing, doing talent shows, I was all about sports at that time. I wasn't worried about really trying to go into music. And then that's when that happened with my manager, and I was just like, a lot of people started telling me, like, bro, you got potential to really do this. I can see it. And I just took it full force. I'm like, yeah, all right, this is what I'm gonna do now. I went to college, and I was like, I'm stuck between either wanting to do my music all the time or wanting to be at school. And I just made the choice. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just come home and focus on my music. So
that's what I've been doing. What came first, the rapping or the singing?
The singing, most definitely. Yeah, I'm actually just now starting to get over into more of the putting rap into my music now. I mean, it's always been really just that old, cause I said I grew up on that old school, so that's really what really have been my thing. That old school, that love, sexy vibe, R&B.
So who do you vibe to the most from the 90s era? I already heard the Jodeci with the Fiendin' and everything, you know what I mean?
Jodeci, I would say Jodeci. Probably Keith Sweat and Tevin Campbell.
Oh, the real one. See, he want to get real sexy for the
Oh,
you know what I
Johnny
mean?
Gill too. I can't forget about Johnny Gill.
Johnny.
Yeah,
Okay,
Johnny.
okay. Normally you hear like the Bobby Browns and everything like that, but yeah.
I listen to Bobby too. Don't get me wrong, I listen to Bobby too, but yeah.
I mean, all of them,
I can't,
new
man.
edition, you know what I'm saying?
I can't even tell you how I can name off a whole list. That's why I just got to pick from whatever come to mind first. I can name off a whole list of who I really vibe to through the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to connect you to B. LaRue, you know what I'm saying? She got Jodeci out, you know what I mean? She came with the Jodeci fire, you know what I mean? And she come from up there from Ohio. How long you been at it professionally now?
Professionally now going on 3 years.
3 years, okay. Yeah. That's what's up.
3 years, man.
Who's producing for you?
I actually, most of the time, I find my beats online.
Okay.
So yeah, I just go from whenever I find beats, I just put, when I'm listening, I just go from whatever I feel or like how I'm feeling at that time, and just write what comes to mind. Sometimes I'll jot down ideas and then mix it up later, or sometimes the lyrics just come right out. Sometimes they just come right out. Like the Night Is Kinda Love song that I performed for y'all, I wrote that song in about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it just, I don't know what it was that day when I heard that beat, it just came. The lyrics was just coming. I'm like,
so who helped you record, or are you recording yourself? And
yeah, I go to like 2 different studios. So one studio I've been going to since I first started is Azimuth Recording Studios, and I usually work with the same guy there. His name is Max Schultz. That's my guy. And then I had recently just started going to this other studio that my big brother had put me on. It's a guy that he knows, and he got his own studio in his basement, and he's really nice with it. His name is Hollow, the official Hollow. That's what he goes by. So.
Now, are they helping you like format the songs and everything, or are you just the genius mind that already knows how to just...
I actually, most of the time, I actually have everything formatted out, and I just by the time I like to be prepared when I go to the studio and have it already ready, instead of like, I know some artists like to go to the studio and figure out how they're gonna do it when they're there.
Right.
But me, I like to have everything formatted, figured out, and how
how
I'm gonna do it when I get there.
How did you even like learn it? Is it something natural that comes to you? To know that, okay, I'm gonna be, bringing it in right here. Here's the bridge and all that, because you're doing it flawlessly. You know what
Honestly, I think it did just come naturally, because I didn't have nobody like teaching me how to do that, or like any training on that. Like just after I wrote that first song that he told me to write, I just started practicing more and more on how to like write my lyrics and put stuff together, and then how I wanted it to sound. So I think it just came naturally with me just working on it, basically. Right.
And you're a performer too. You don't just sing and everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? You up in there, you ain't playing around. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing I try to show people every time, because a lot of people, they'll look at me, I'm a big guy, so they wouldn't think that I would do that. But then once I do, they get shocked, they get surprised. Like it's always been like that. Like people will see me dance and they'll be like you really perform, and I'll be like, yeah, and that really comes from me watching my idols, Chris Brown and Michael Jackson. Those are my 2 idols. So like,
what gives you your courage to even get out there and do it?
The way I think of it is like, I'm the one up here doing it, not anybody else that's watching me. So if they gonna say something, okay, you come up here and do it. Right, that's the way I think of it. So I think of no reason to go up there and be scared. You gonna go, you gonna do it, or you not gonna do it. So I just turn up, man. That's all. I just turn up once I get up there, man.
You just turn up.
I tell
man.
people I turn into a whole different person when I perform.
I see that as you, man, and I see that as natural. When you came here, you sat down, kind of quiet and everything like that. But when it's time to perform, it's boom, it's on. It's like you just flick a light switch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what's up, man. I like that. I like that energy. So, and then all your music is really heartfelt. So I could feel like, I feel the, the life experiences in your music and everything. Definitely. And you know what I'm saying? But, what would you say it is? What would you say that has you has you in that trap spirit and singing?
I would say probably just like you said, just everything that I'm watching and that I'm going through as I grow as a person, as a man, just everything that I see. Like I said, with the Night Is Kind of Love song, that came from a relationship that I was in, and I was just like if we take it slow, like the old school days, it'll work out. You feel me? So that's the way I came from that. The Trap Swirl song that came by my cousin that recently just passed last year. So that was just, it came from like seeing like my whole family was broken at that time.
Right.
It was, and that's something my family, we don't go through a lot. Like, we don't go through a lot of losses. So this one kind of like broke the family really hard. And he was young too. Like, I'm 21 and he was only 22. So it was like, it really broke our whole family down, and just seeing how we all were hurt, but we all came together at the same time. Like, I just put in the song, like, yeah, we broken down, we hurt, and I'll never let nobody do nothing to my family around me. But at the end of the day, like I said in the song, we all gonna be all right. I'm gonna make sure of that myself. Anything else, I'm gonna make sure my whole family gonna be all right. And then with Fiendin', that also came from another relationship. It was just like when I was in college, there was this girl back home that I had been knowing for years, and I had been wanting her for a while, and we finally started talking like that.
Right. Like, is that after you started singing?
Nah, I had already been singing. Yeah, I had already been singing. I'm just like, man, I'm fiending for her, bro. I'm fiending. And then when I finally got to her, when I got back to from school, just wrote the song like, fiending for your kids, fiending for your touch and all of your love. You know what I'm saying?
Does she know that song is there?
Yeah, she know.
Yeah. She heard it and everything. Y'all had a conversation about it?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we did.
So how'd that go? I'm interested in knowing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, she was just chilling, and that's exactly how it came out. She asked, "So who was this song about?" I'm like, "Here you go." Trying to be funny. You know who the song is about. And she was like, "No, I don't." I'm like, "Yes, it's about you. Who else should I be talking about? You the only person I'm talking to at this time." You know what I'm saying? It was just a funny little conversation. She knew though. She was just trying to be funny.
It worked the way you intended it to work. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that Fiendin', man. Shoot, man. That music, your music, it brought me back to the 90s for real. You know what I mean? It just made me want to, get back to those house parties, back when I was in high school and everything,
See, and that's one thing I want to do. Like, when I do my R&B like that old 90s kind of love feel, I want people to feel that. I want people to know, like, real love R&B is still here.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause a lot of people start to forget that, like, that R&B is starting to change, and it is, but at the same time, like, it's still here. We got artists that don't want to bring it out.
Since we've been, having some R&B cats come in here, man, I think R&B's back on the rise.
Yeah, it's definitely back on the rise. I got some people I know from my city and people I know from other cities, artists that got some R&B stuff out and people don't even know about it. Like, R&B is about to take the throne back. Like, it's definitely about to.
Yeah, I believe so, because it's time for that resurgence and everything, and it's kind of transformed, because it's almost like the love child of R&B and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Most
the type
definitely.
of music that you're doing and everything, because you blend them like they were, like that's how they were supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you did your R&B part and then you did your rap part. No, it just all flowed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly
and that's
how
what
it's supposed to go.
Seeing a lot of artists do nowadays. Like, artists like especially a lot of new artists coming out, like Mo3, Rod Wave. They're all putting that together, that R&B vibe, but also that hip hop trap vibe. They putting it all together into one, and people loving it. You know.
Yeah. Let's get back to the love of it. I just let's extract. I don't want like people go out like Mo3 and everything like that. You know what I mean? Rest in peace and everything like that. Being able to put out beautiful music like that but still be caught in that life is crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we want to. I get it and understand it, but we want to transition and bring back that love.
Yeah, bring back that love
on each other, man. It's not like we didn't have our dramas back in the day, but you know what I mean. It's just. It seems like that's
it's way
automatic
more
with the package and everything. So I don't know. You know what I mean? How do you feel about today's time and what's going on compared to what you know about the 90s and everything like that? Like, how do you feel it was back in the 90s and everything?
Yeah, I felt like back in the 90s, everything was more like cordial. Everything was more smooth, especially with the music. Like everybody just, they wanted to show that love. They wanted to speak on that love. They wanted to make that love. And now it's like, yeah, we still do, but at the same time, everybody wants to, like you said, be in that life now. And that, I think that kind of is what like messes it up and strays away from it being that old R&B like it was back then, because everybody, they just want to be in that life.
Right.
At the end of the day, we all know that life ends up in one or two ways. So that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah. But you know, we could do our best to change all that. We try to keep it balanced and everything.
Can.
You know, balance of life and everything. And I just appreciate, you know what I mean, what you're bringing to the table and all that.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
True performer and everything. You did your thing. You ain't had not one misstep or anything. If you did, I don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Speak about the features that were on there.
Okay, yeah. So the feature on Fiendin', that was my girl Nessie. She is my close friend. He's like a brother. She's his little sister, and she loved the first Fiendin' I did, the original. And she was just like, man, she was like, I would love to be on that song. And I'm like, all right, let me see what I can do then. She was like, what you mean? I was like, I just know I'm gonna get back with you. Cause she had posted videos of her rapping. So I'm like, I'm gonna get back with her and I'm gonna write something. And I was like, she wanna be on Fiendin'. Cause at first I was just gonna write a different song. But I was like, she wanna be on Fiendin' so bad. And I'm like, a lot of people love that Fiendin' song. So let me just remix it and see if she wanna hop on that. And as soon as I said that, she read her verse immediately and sent me a video of it, and I'm like, oh yeah, we got to take this to the studio, because she was ready. So
and the verse was hot. What's her name again?
Nessie.
Shout out to Nessie. You're fire. I don't know what you got going on, but you gotta, you know, take that talent somewhere, because
telling you,
that was straight fire.
She's dope. And then the Traps World feature, that was my cousin. The guy we did it for, that was his brother. So him, I didn't even know he could rap. We were going to our cousin's repast, and my sister had turned on a song, and he's in the back, and we're listening to the song. But while the song is going on, he's rapping. He's making up his own lyrics, and I'm like, me and my sister both turned around and was like, dude, you can rap. And he's like, yeah, I do a little something. I said, a little something? I said, bro, you really can, you can rap. I said, you just did that? He was like, yeah, I just made that up on the spot in my mind. I'm like, that's crazy. And so like I said, I had started writing a song for my cousin, and it had a whole nother verse on it. So I'm like, either I can do it or I can see if he want to get on it. And he was like, yeah. He was like, I got no problem doing it. I definitely want to do it. He was like, I definitely will do that for brothers. So I'm like, all right, cool. And he wrote his verse. We took it to the studio, and that was his first time ever being in the studio. So I told him, I said, bro, you got a lot of potential, man. Like, I want you to really keep going. Because I was like, that was crazy how we just, like, and me and him was always cousins that hung out when we were younger. And I never knew, like, they always know I could sing. I never knew that he could rap or do anything like that. So it was kind of a shock to me, but I was like, I love it, though, because it's like, family, you know what I'm saying?
He definitely complimented that track very well.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I like how you represent, you know what I mean, your family and everything, and keeping the legacy strong and everything.
Yeah, most definitely. My family is my rock. They the ones that really keep me going every day. Cause like I said, I know at the end of the day, I got to do it for them. I ain't even doing it for me.
Yeah, so you got a strong support base and everything.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what's up. Shout out to the fam, you know what I'm saying? You know, he wouldn't be here without the family.
At all.
Your props and everything, you know. That's what's up, man. I feel like, you know what I mean, I could be up here, you know, chopping it up with you all night and everything, because you're real, you know what I mean, real cool dude, man.
Yeah,
you know
most definitely, man. I appreciate
you.
I definitely can vibe with you all.
Yeah, the vibe is just dope and everything, and what you bring, because you're being relatable, you know what I'm saying? You're not being one-dimensional and everything like that, and I can respect that.
I appreciate it, man.
So if you could share anything with our audience and with just the whole world and everything like that, what type of message would you want to give them right now?
The message I would give is just, man, be yourself, man. Don't try to go out here and be like everybody else that you see. on social media, because I feel like social media is a big problem with how people try to portray themselves. So I would say, like, everybody just be yourself, man. Just live life, because you never know when your last day is gonna be. So definitely live life, man, and just love, man. Be positive, and just that's basically what I would say, man.
That's right. That's all truth, no cap. And then real quick, who are you looking forward to working with? And are you on tour right now? You got some events coming up?
So we're not on tour right now, but we plan on having one next year. And I'm looking forward, man. I tell people this all the time. I know it's a long shot, but Chris Brown, if you see me, hit me up, boy. I need one with you, man. I need one. But Chris Brown, obviously.
Yeah.
I
Then you keep up with Chris Brown?
Man, Chris Brown gonna be like, this dude been studying me for years. I'm trying to tell you. Chris Brown,
boy, he be doing some moves. He be all, ooh.
I would love to work with Jacquees.
Yeah.
I actually got to open up for him when I first wrote Fiending too.
Okay,
So, I would love to work with him. Rod Wave. I would love to work with him. Murray, the new guy coming out. And then on the women's side, Kaylani, man, I love her. Kaylani, her, and Tiana Taylor too. But I think she stopped doing music.
You know what I mean? You could probably convince her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You let her listen. She hear this, she's going to be like, I'm going to have to get back in the studio just for old time's sake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those are just a few artists, man. I definitely.
What about producers or anything?
Producers, I would definitely, man. DJ Khaled, that's one of the number ones, man. I feel like any song he does is just it's a hit, man, because he's that.
We the best.
Yeah, he's literally he got a real good like mindset of the way he go about stuff. What is his name? I think it's murder something. Oh, I forgot his name that fast.
Murder.
Just in my head. Murder. I think it's Murder Beats. I think that might be
Murder Beats.
But yeah,
okay.
Him. Yeah, those are like the main two, really.
Okay.
Those are like the main two.
Okay. That's what's up. So are these the 3 tracks that we have? Are those the is that what you have out right now, or do you have a whole?
Yeah. I have more tracks than those, but the Fiending and the 90s Kind of Love, those were on my last tape, my last EP. And then the Traps World, that's going to go on my new EP coming out soon. It's called Love Is Pain. And I'm going to have a part 1 and a part 2 to it. So that's going to be the, like I told you, I'm just starting to get over to the rapping and putting the singing together. Yeah. And showing people that other side of me. Because most people are accustomed to only hearing my R&B. Right. So now I'm bringing that other side out. So I'm going to have a part 1 and a part 2 to it. And that's coming real soon, probably here at the end of this summer. Okay.
That's what's up, man. How can everybody get in touch with you?
You can reach me on any of my socials. My social on IG. The official.yj. Reach me on Facebook, Young Juan. Twitter, Young_Juan1. And yeah, you can reach me on any of those, man. I'll definitely contact people back. I'm not one of those types that's not gonna hit anybody back. So yeah.
And music on all streaming platforms?
Yeah, music on all streaming platforms on the Young Juan. Just look me up, man. I promise you won't be disappointed. Like I said, got new music coming real soon. We just also dropped the Traps World music video too, so you can check that out too.
You signed to yourself?
Yeah, I'm with Blue Note Management. My manager, he got his own little management team put together.
All right. Shout out to Blue Note.
Blue Note.
You know what I'm saying? You got a couple of them for me? Yeah. So, and it's independent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Hey, man, y'all doing a phenomenal job and everything like that.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see, more success and everything get blown up and all that. You know what I mean? I want to be able to get the backstage pass, you know what I'm saying? When you're on the world tours and everything, be like, hey, that's, that Atlanta Unplugged. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. We got you, man.
Yeah, man. Give a shout out to anybody you want to give a shout out to.
I just want to give a shout out to all my, like I said, my family, man. I know y'all the ones keep me going. I got y'all forever. Just keep on rocking with me. My management team, my man, like I said, he been rocking with me since day one. since he first heard me sing on Facebook. And then I just want to give a shout out to all my real supporters, like everybody that's really out here supporting me, pushing me to go further. And then also, last but not least, give honor to God. You know, he definitely keeps me going. He blesses me each and every day, blesses me enough to wake me up. So
Right.
Shout out to him.
Much respect to all of that. And that's it. That's all. And when I say that, it's just for now. And we're going to come back and we're going to have more heat. But make sure y'all tap in and tune in to young Juan, because he's coming with that hot fire.
Yes, sir.
And that is so real. And that's it. That's all. This is Atlanta Unplugged. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification bell. And we are out.